right around 55. It was 55
Around third quarter, fourth quarter? Or?
And then he kind of pulled away and had to chase him.
Yeah, I feel like at times we were getting great looks, and then I think at times we went away from what got us those great looks. And I think that was really important, especially when you're playing a great team like USC. You can't have that kind of slippage.
Chloe, a close game, another game kind of decided by the fine margins against a high-caliber opponent. You know, how heartening is it that you're in these games, but also how disappointing is it that, you know, you guys aren't able to close these games out with a win?
Yeah, it's definitely a bitter feeling when, especially when you're in Assembly Hall at your home court and you just can't close and finish hard games. So, I mean, you said it, it's pretty tough.
Karoline, when you look at these big games like they were just talking about, what do you feel like is the biggest difference for you guys that's kind of keeping you from getting over that line in those games?
Honestly, I think that what's been getting us, even in not the big games, is the rebounding margin. Coach keeps preaching that in practice and in games, but we just got to figure out how to come up with some more rebounds, and I think that's going to help push us over the edge because I feel like we're pretty locked in on everything that we're doing offensively and defensively. It's just finishing plays.
Karoline, your first start as a Hoosier. Just talk about how it felt today to get that start and your performance against the Trojans.
I was really grateful that Coach Moore had enough confidence in me to push me into the starting lineup, but at the same time, I was still just ready to do whatever was needed of me, and I'm really proud of how our team fought today, but ultimately, it's sad not to get the win, and we want to be better next game.
Chloe, it feels like time and time again you guys have talked about how you're getting pretty good looks, but this is another one of those games where from three you just shot only about 28% from the field. Just what do you think it will take for you guys to get those shots to fall consistently game over game?
I think it'll take every one of us being able to withhold our confidence and not letting that fall. It'll also take, you know, the people surrounding the others that are feeling that lack of confidence in their shooting game right now to keep each other up. So.
Terry came in here on Thursday and said you guys kind of had a bad practice Wednesday. What were the last 2 days like in preparation?
Yeah, I think Coach Moore gave us a hard message in the locker room after the game versus Illinois, and I think it really spoke to some of us more than others because it kind of hit home what she was preaching to us. So I think in these 2 days preparing for USC, everybody was focused mentally and had the energy we needed to prepare.
Chloe, with the matchup against Juju, I guess what was the game plan there, and how did she adjust as the game went on? How did you adjust as the game went on?
Simple game plan. I say simple, but it's Juju. It was really just try to make her go left as much as you can and just make her uncomfortable. You know, a volume shooter, scorer like that, she's going to get hers regardless. You just got to make her more inefficient, I guess.
Hey, Chloe. As a follow-up to that, you held Juju to 2 field goals in the first half, and you were on her like glue the entire game. You played her as well as I've seen anybody play her. Talk about Watkins and in terms of how good of a competitor she is in the conference.
Yeah, not even looking at her skill set, I think she's such a hard player to guard simply because she can draw those fouls and get to the line at will, you know. When in games when she is, you know, getting into us and we're trying to be vertical and the refs are calling it, there's not much we can do on our end.